Every night at precisely 3:33 a.m., a man wakes up. The old grandfather clock in the corner chimes 3 times and then stops. The hands frozen in place, like they're holding on to time itself. His phone, which had been charging, now lies dead on the nightstand. The clock on the wall says 3:34 a.m., but the second's hand is stuck. It doesn't move. At first he thinks it's a dream. A weird, unsettling dream that he can't quite wake up from. He tries to convince himself that all he has to do is close his eyes for just a second, and when he opens them, everything will be back to normal. But when he does, the clock still says 3:34 a.m., and the only sound he hears is the faint hum of his refrigerator. He gets out of bed and walks to the window. Outside, the streetlights flicker and die one by one until every single streetlight in the entire city goes out, plunging the world into darkness. In the distance, he can hear a car horn honk and a dog bark, but there are no other sounds. No crickets, no owls, not even the wind. It's as if the entire world is holding its breath. For a moment, he feels a presence behind him, and he turns to see a dark figure standing in the corner of the room. It's tall and thin with long, drooping limbs. It seems to be made of smoke and shadows. And as he watches, it slowly takes shape, solidifying into a humanoid form. He screams and runs, but the creature is fast. It glides effortlessly down the hallway, its footsteps silent, and soon it's right behind him. He can feel its hot, fetid breath on his neck, and he can hear what sounds like whispering in his ear. He tries to scream, but no sound comes out. He's paralyzed with fear. And then, just as suddenly as it appeared, the creature is gone. When he finally manages to get himself together and look around, he sees that he's not alone. There on the floor in front of him is a single white feather, and on the wall, scrunched up like a crumpled piece of paper, is a note written in what looks like blood. He doesn't know what to do. Should he call the police? They won't believe him, he thinks. Or maybe he should just go back to sleep and pretend that none of this ever happened. But as he turns to go back to bed, he notices something else. On the clock, on the nightstand, the hands have moved. It's 3:35 a.m. now, and the second's hand is ticking again. He spends the rest of the night huddled under the covers, listening to the ticking clock and wondering if he's going crazy. As the first rays of sunlight begin to creep in through the curtains, he hears a knock on the door. It's the neighbor. She's a nice woman who often stops by to chat. But when she opens the door and sees the clock, she looks at him strangely and says, "Are you okay? You look awful." Then she leaves. He spends the day trying to convince himself that what he experienced was just a really vivid dream, but he can't shake the feeling that something, or someone, is watching him, waiting for him to go back to sleep so it can come back for more. That night, he lies in bed, awake for hours, staring at the ceiling. When the clock strikes 3:33, he closes his eyes tight and wishes it would all just go away. But when he opens his eyes, the clock still says 3:34 a.m., and he's not alone.